cheating wife blames her husband after being caught.
We have a trip to plan tomorrow. It's a surprise trip.
What? A trip?
In a surprise trip, Mr. Mayowa, a retired military colonel, arrives at a resort to spend time with his wife, Omoye, as they celebrate their 5th wedding anniversary. They're settled in a nice room, and the man tells his wife to leave all worries, including work and their kids for now, as they are there to enjoy themselves and relax.
Making love to each other.
The next day, the wife left their hotel room to go chill at the poolside. She was shocked when she heard her name. She looked up and saw a guy she knows from her past swimming towards her in the pool. As the guy asked what she was doing at the resort, her husband walks in.
Bolanle,
Oh,
it's urgent.
okay.
Take the call quickly.
Hello?
The colonel had met the man, Tare, earlier at the resort spa when he went for food. And Tare is there at the resort with his girlfriend to propose to her. So they all exchanged pleasantries. But everything changed. Omoye's mood changed. She couldn't sleep that night. Tare was also restless and couldn't sleep either. These two apparently had met before and had an affair.
Are you stalking me?
I'm not. Are you?
The two coincidentally met at the hotel lobby, and Tare tells Omoye that he misses her and that he might not be proposing to his girlfriend because since he saw her, he's been having a change of heart. Omoye leaves him and walks away. As they both remain at the resort, something is bound to happen. So Omoye tells her husband that they should leave, but the colonel still insists on completing the trip as scheduled. The colonel met Tare at the pool table and he asked Tare if he had proposed to his girlfriend yet. He said no, not yet. The colonel suggests he was having cold feet and advised him to do it anyway, since they were already there. She runs into her old lover again, and this time they kiss. She quickly comes to her senses and snaps out of his grip. Tare then tells her that they should meet at the poolside by midnight.
I've been meaning to ask you, your cologne, yeah, I believe, what is it?
Oh, it's a Kila Oud.
Cloud.
Yes.
I'll Google it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
I'll see
you,
it.
man.
Hold on.
Okay.
The colonel starts suspecting something as he perceived the same fragrance he just admired on Tare on his wife, but he doesn't say a word. Midnight came. Tare was at the poolside, standing in front of a tent, waiting for Omoye. Omoye was still contemplating whether to go or not. Eventually, she shows up at the tent.
I just came to let you know that whatever you're trying to do, whatever the plans are, it's not gonna work.
She initially thought she was there to tell him to stay away from her and that she is happily married. But he kisses her again and she gives in. The kiss becomes intense and Tare stylishly brings down the curtains of the tent. And they did it. We can see through the curtains, the passion, the ache, the need. The colonel, back in his room, turns and sees his wife is not in bed. He also checks the bathroom to see if she is there. He is now sure something is going on.
Where did you go?
Bathroom.
The next night, the resort had a couples show, and the two couples were there. As they were dancing, Tare couldn't take his eyes off Omoye. When he was given an opportunity to sing a song, he got on stage singing about love.
You're the only one for me. Why can't you see it?
His girlfriend initially thought it was about her until she realized his eyes were on Omoye, not her. She couldn't understand what was going on. Omoye noticed this and was kinda embarrassed as this was going too far, especially for a married woman. She left the scene and Tare ran after her. The two couples met at the lobby and Tare tried to convince Omoye to go away with him. The colonel comes in to warn Tare that what happened 5 years ago was in the past and that he should leave his wife alone. He was shocked when Tari told him the past days say differently. The colonel punched him down. He confronted his wife and she said it was all his fault.
It's all your fault. I told you I didn't want to stay here. I wanted to leave. As soon as I saw him, I wanted to go and you would not listen.
The colonel is hurt and heartbroken. He doesn't know if he can forgive his wife or if he wants to continue their marriage. Omoye told her friend she is in between choosing her loving husband and the romantic Tari. Her friend advised her to see a therapist since her husband is already showing signs of forgiveness. She met with the therapist who advised her to follow her heart and make the right choice for herself. Omoye sets up a date with Tari at the restaurant. Tari arrives and she offers him a glass of champagne, a symbol of love celebration.
The first time I saw you, I felt this.
The colonel is seen outside, listening to their conversations, as he had placed a listening device in her purse. After hearing enough, as Tari professes love to Omoye, the colonel is angry. He draws a gun and walks into the restaurant. Omoye, on hearing that Tari doesn't have any better plans for her and her life than lovemaking, she tells him she is sticking with her loving husband. The colonel, who was already directly watching them, halted. He smiled as he heard his wife was back to her senses. Omoye concluded by advising Tari to go back to his girlfriend and never to contact her again.
Don't call me again.
The colonel and Omoye met with the therapist, after which they renewed their wedding vows. Tari also marries his girlfriend. This time, no cold feet.